Did I just realize that I could... I, s- I might have blocked Celeste, but it's fine! Sorry, that was loud for everyone. If you weren't aware, Daly and I just moved in together, and she's screaming at me from the living room. Huh? Nope, stream can hear you. I need to put some dampening. That guy bonked Celeste because she was annoying. Also, we're playing. Um, if you don't follow everything, that's fine. But I found, as I've been rewatching Dimension 20 stuff, that a a group of 50 artists have made a dating sim called Hey Girlie. If you haven't seen Junior Year, slight spoilers, I do apologize. Hi, Mad Cat. Um, but it's based on Kristen Appleby's, and I'm so excited for this game. You don't understand yet. Let me see. It has music. Okay. I only set up my computer today, so I'm struggling. Oh. If I full screen this. Um. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's being weird, but we'll go with it. Why are you guys arguing in my chat? Okay. If I echo a little bit, I apologize. Maybe better. Why can't I hear anything? Hold on. Chat. It's scuffed. But we knew that. Oh. Y'all were able to hear that, right? Oh, it's game saves. Yay! Okay. The art is so beautiful. This game just released, and it doesn't have anything in Twitch yet. I'm aware of what it says. Okay, I can't do voices. I have to read everything. Great. Ah. Kristen, a word. Oh, wait. Yes? I need to talk to you about the spring fling. You grown. Another dance already? We just finished the meeting! No, it's not about planning. It's about you, Kristen. He lowers his voice to a whisper. As you know, we have many clerics here at Eggfort, and a lot of clerics means a lot of different deities represented at our spring fling. You nod. What's his point? Every god represented by our cleric class has to have at least one student with a date to spring fling. A date to... That's stupid. Wait, what? What does he mean has to? If that's the case, the contract I have with the Celestial Planes means I have to kill those cleric students for being, and I quote, loser virgin nerds.
Sorry, what was that?
Kill? You can't be serious. Oh yes, I'm serious. Deadly serious. Get it? I'm gonna be so awkward through this entire thing. It is a mostly lesbian dating sim, and I'm gonna gay panic. Chat be warned. I'm not joking. If you show up to the spring fling without a date, I am legally obligated to cast power word kill on you. You are in danger, Kristen Applebee's.
This is totally great.
You're the only cleric student at Eggfort who worships Cassandra. Hell, you're the only cleric anywhere who worships Cassandra. And you've seen Cass without her followers. It's not pretty.
I turn invisible.
Excuse me. Boy. An easy option would be to take another cleric in need. There's only 2 clerics at Eggfort who are the sole followers of a god. You and you. Definitely not. Are you sure you read that contract right? Right as rain, Miss Applebee's. The spring fling is only 8 weeks away, and you, Kristen Applebee's, are desperately single. It's time to get to work. Your life depends on it. Okay. And we're back in Mordred. Yay! I'm going to know so much about this game. At least lore-wise, so I apologize. Just yell at me if you need explanation. I can info dump. Pretty much as soon as Eggfort finishes giving you the lowdown on the whole spring fling prophecy, you race home to talk to Cassandra about it. You won't hear anything for one bit. This concerns her too, after all. And you've been trying to communicate better with her lately, so you figure you should probably let her know that, like, her life is at stake if you stay as single as you currently are. Oh no. Plus, she's happily married. Maybe she'll have good advice. That's fair. You bump directly into her partially corporeal form, basically as soon as you walk in the door.
Fancy seeing you here.
Cass! Oh, hi Kristen. Funny running into you. 2 hours before the end of your school day? Before? Everything okay? You hightailed it out of there so quickly you might have forgotten school wasn't actually over for the day. Oh well. Future you will decide with the consequences. Deal with the consequences if she's alive to see them. Yeah, except for we might both die if I don't get a date to the spring fling. Oh no. Oh, I'm okay. How long do I have to get my affairs in order? 8 weeks. Wait a minute. Get your affairs? Hey, I could totally land a date in 8 weeks. Cass laughs at you. You roll your eyes and stick out your tongue super maturely. Having a god ex who's also your friend is kind of great, but right now, you need her to maybe stop making fun of you for being a loser? I'm sure you can. I'm just teasing, Kristen. So, how can I help? Help? Cass, it's my love life. It's kind of personal, like, private? Because you were so private when you were dating Tracker. Or were you trying to get over Tracker by dating Gertie? Or when you broke up with Gertie because you still like Tracker? Or when... Okay, Mercy. You win. I get it. You know a lot about my love life. So, does that mean I can help? Yeah, sure. Okay, you can help. It's not like you have any idea of who to even ask out, though. Woohoo! Okie dokie, be right back. And then she poofs out of existence. Great. Approximately 6 seconds later, she's back, holding a massive stack of manila folders, each of them overflowing with long handwritten notes. Okay, I'm back, and I've got a list of suitors for you. Well, potential suitors. You'll still have to put in the work yourself. But I have it on very good authority that there are 6 eligible girlies, and if you play your cards right, you could stand a chance with any of them. I can read. I promise. 6 girlies, who are they? Also, how the fuck did you find about other people's love life so quickly? Oh, you know, God's talk. You try to imagine that weird, crazy on-call gossip circle with your beloved god ex might have with the Incarna and Galakea and Ravina and Cassandra knows who's else. I hope she hasn't revealed anything embarrassing about you. You also sincerely doubt she hasn't revealed anything embarrassing about you. Tracker. Anyway, let's see. Well, obviously Tracker is single now. Nara too. Oh, the art is so pretty. Nara's in town? I had a game moment. That's gonna happen a lot. Bear with me. Yep, she's a 40 stage student at BCU right now. Same school as Tracker. They both hang around Elmville a lot, actually, but not together. At least Galakea hasn't seen them together. Oh, that's one confirmed member of the godly gossip circle. The gossip circle. So you could talk to either one of them, or well, you know, you obviously know Gertie is single since you broke up with her, and then she declared me her nemesis? Yeah, I remember. Well, if you changed your mind about her, I'm just saying, you might get a second chance. It worked out with Incarna and me, right? I'm gonna close my bathroom door. I can hear it echoing. Okay. Okay. Hey. Once they kissed and made up and stopped being uber destructive rage entities, Cassandra and Incarna got back into their old married couple shtick pretty dang quickly. You like to pretend it grosses you out, but you you really are happy for them. I'll keep that in mind. Who else you got? Lucy! There's Lucy. You know Lucy. She's in your cleric classes. My wife brought her back from the dead, etc., etc. Oh, and Kipper Lily's single too.
Dude, seriously?
Hold on. You think I should try courting Kipper Lily after she spent all of last year trying to steal the election and also literally kill me? And also steal the election? Bruh. You should maybe work on your priorities a little bit. Yeah. Sure, it's a weird match on paper, but she changed after going to hell and back? Maybe. Wait, you said 6. That was only 5. Oh, right. Well, there's also Fig. Fig's not single. Fig's like super not single. Cassandra's grin turns super big and smug like she knows a secret. Well, you're sure she knows a ton of secrets, but this one might actually be about you or Fig or whatever. I never said she was single. I said she was eligible. Oh no. You narrow her eyes at her. She sticks her tongue out at you.
Sorry, what was that?
What do you know? Only what my wife tells me, which is, yes, Fig may not be single, but that doesn't mean you don't have a shot. If you want it, that is. What? Okay, so what do I do? Like, text one of them? Or call? Or, like, show up somewhere and hope they eventually find me so I can ask them out? I may or may not have also found out where they're each going to be hanging out this week. What does she not know? You have so much information in your brain. Sandra flips her hair, looking very pleased with herself. It's what I do, anyway. You've probably got time to set yourself up on 3 dates per week, and once you get there, all you gotta do is show up and be your very best self. Okay, alright, I'm ready. Lay it on me. Okie dokie. Outside. This little map is cute. Okie dokie. Fig's pretty easy to find. She usually hangs out at home these days. In fact, we were actually just chatting before you got here. What were you talking about? Was it about me? A goddess never tells. Mystery. It was absolutely about you. Damn it, yes. Anyway, Gertie's got aroace society meetings on the school grounds, so you'll be able to spot her there. Lucy is obviously going to be in class, you know, the one you're in with her. Right. The one I'd be going to anyway. That class. Exactly. And I've got it on good authority that Nara will be out at the mall. And Tracker is most definitely working out at the school gym. Hope she's not trying to beat these gains. Kristen, okay. You flex your muscles and Cass giggles at you. You've been working out a little more lately, so you're pretty proud of the biceps you're sporting right now. Hopefully the ladies will be equally impressed. And that leaves Kimberly. She'll be outside doing some volunteer work. Right, because everything's about Kimberly. It screams upstanding citizen. Okay, so maybe the volunteer work is mandatory from the whole doing a bunch of murderous plots thing. Either way, that's where you'll find her. And that's everyone. It's a lot of people in a lot of places. You don't have to make any big decisions until you're ready. Take it slow and follow your heart. So, does your heart have any first guesses for who you want to hang out with? Oh, we've come on a decision chat. I think it'd be really funny. We vote Kimberly? So, they made her a demon, and I'm kind of tempted as well. Even if Fig is a tiefling, I'm like very tempted to go Kimberly because I think it's hilarious. I just think it'd be really funny. I'm gonna do it. I can do others later. I bet I can crack that rough exterior. Can you? Dicey, risky. I like it. If anyone can do it, it's you and your winning personality. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you. This is gonna be great. You'll see. Okay. Time for your first date. Love a woman who almost killed me. Hi, Core. I'll leave you hints if you get stuck on where to go. Do you think you're good, or do you want any more tips? Oh. Oh. A tutorial. Great. Yeah, no. I'd also love a woman that could have killed me. She's tried. I love it. She sucks the first time we see her, but man, if she got hot, I'm doing it. If you want to review what I just told you about Elmville's hottest bachelorettes, I've added some notes for you. Take a look. It's the tiny cat! I love this cat! Okay. Welcome in, Core. I'm playing a dating sim, which seems out of my depth because I am aroace, but it's Dimension 20 based. Video game. It's a gay one though, so I'm happy about it. I'm going to be so gay. Listen. The villain of the campaign. Okay. So first one, we'll start with Kipper-Lily. And then I want to go Fig. I think we're gonna go Fig next. And then Lucy. Because if you've seen junior year of Fantasy High, you know that Lucy deserves so much better. So I think we're gonna go Lucy. And Fig just for the sillies. But Kipper-Lily's our number one. Take a look. Oh. I love you, Cass. So sweet. And Karna Simp occasionally gives good advice. Oh my god. Oh! She's hanging out at home. Okay. Oh, hello Celeste. She's doing her job. Shall Archlevel amateur paramour friends with benefits? Question mark? Sure. Oh, it gives me a progress bar. Oh, okay. Gertie! Okay, the notes here are from Cass. Ah! There's a progress meter though. That's great. Kipper-Lily Copper Kettle. We're going this path because I love it. Oh, I think I mentioned at the very beginning, at least. About 50 different people worked on this game. But she's a demon now. I love her. Lucy! Gentle giant. Tracker. Nara. I forgot what her last name was. That's hilarious. Amazing. If you need to jog your memory about your latest conversations, you can check the record. See? Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, this game has been in production for at least 11 months? No, 9. If you think you need to take a break, this might save your life. You'll just have to catching up to you when you come back. Give it a try. Save the game. Oh, it's a little. I should wait. I got a little. Okay, it's a little apple. Hold on. This is one of my favorite settings. I don't know why it exists. I can make it a bee. I can make it an apple bee. Or I can make it an apple. Give it a try. Okay. There's some other handy information in your notes. I even put little tabs as a bookmark from you. Cassandra's the best goddess. Oh my god. Oh, there's some handy information. If you want to be a little more hands-off, there's a neat little magic trick here. Though it might not be your pace. Where's you first? We're going outside. Now that you're officially the senior class president, you're excited to hit the ground running with all of your responsibilities.
President Applebee's reporting for duty.
Is what you'd say if you could. Unfortunately, it seems like a bunch of your responsibilities are locked behind the door of the president's office, which Briss has told you is booby-trapped to the nines. Of course it is. He offered to disarm it for you, but traps reset and you don't want to bother him every time you have to use the room, so it looks like you're just going to need the key. You'd think finding a key to a school door would be easy, but you heard from Adine, who heard from Fabian, who heard from Maisie, who heard from someone, that it went missing after a certain evil barbarian teacher had a meeting with the robot principal last year. Oh, the lore of this game. It's already great. According to that same grapevine, he'd given it to someone else. A very specific someone. Someone who you have a stinking suspicion isn't going to play too nice about giving it back. But you're going to stay optimistic. Surely she doesn't hate you that much anymore, right? Surely she doesn't want to hold you into a piece of junk like a key she can't use. This should be the simplest task of your entire presidential career. Apparently, if you bust out of hell without going through all the proper channels, you have to order 1,000 community service hours helping the group of people you scorn badly enough to get sent into damnation, which is why you're walking up to a table where the reads the sign, "Litter be gone, volunteer check-in." Oh my gosh. Honestly, community service is pretty cool. Or well, at the laser base, it's not like doing community service has ever killed anyone. Might as well join in. You give the incredibly bored volunteer manager a winning smile, pull on a pair of disposable gloves, and take a trash bag. Oh! You find Kimberly in a high-vis vest chasing an empty chip bag with a trash grabber. She's running in a full sprint, which would be far more impressive if the breeze hadn't floated the bag just out of her reach 3 times as many seconds. Finally, she managed to snag it and stuff it triumphantly into the trash bag before he turns and notices
Hello,
you.
Applebee's.
God, she's hot. She freezes for a brief moment before she straightens up, flicking her hair behind her shoulder and turning her nose up at you. It's kind of impressive since she's at least a full foot shorter than you. Oh, laugh it up, Applebee's.
if it isn't little girly dog collar.
Hey, Kipper Lily. She glares at you, then sighs heavily. You notice a tiny bit of cellophane embedded in the ground and spend a second digging it up. Okay, you can't hear her. Sorry, I can hear Daly through the wall. You notice a tiny bit of cellophane embedded in the ground and spend a second digging it up to throw it in your own bag. You're gonna have to talk to Copper. Reading is fun. You're going to have to talk to Kipper Lily anyway. You might as well help her clean up a bit. She doesn't seem to appreciate the assistance, shooting you an unamused look as you continue to exist in her general vicinity.
What are you doing here?
Same as you, duh. It's not like I decided to take my pet trash bag for a walk or something. You know what I mean. What's a shining star like you doing out here with all of us fuck-ups? You wouldn't have been a fuck-up if you didn't try to kill several people and murder one person. What are Kimberly's crimes? No, she's probably killed her entire venturing party, but brought them all back. I'm not gonna get into the... Okay. She tightens her grip as the trash bagger with a scathing glare up before reaching over and snatching a stray food wrapper. The wrapper you'd been about to pick up. Well, I don't know how much you're caught up on local news, but I'm the student body president now. Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard to miss. And as the president, I get to work in the swanky presidential office. Or at least I'm supposed to. The office? What about the office? It's locked. Like fortress level lockdown, and word on the street is you are the last person to have the key. Kimberly squints at you suspiciously, like she doesn't know what you're talking about and is trying to understand why you've tracked her down here for something so pointless. After a beat, something clicks and her eyes widen. Wait, you're telling me Eggfort got you to track me down because he doesn't want to make a replacement key for a random room in his own school? Aren't you bad kids like his favorites? Hasn't he bent reality multiple times just to save your asses from being permadead? Isn't his daughter one of your honorary party members when she's not at her job? She is. Her name's Ida. I love her. Love all these characters. But I love Ida because she's autistic. He's not gonna help you, of all people, get into a room that's barely more than a glorified supply closet right down the hall from his office.
Right, totally.
Kimberly stares at you. For a brief moment, she looks almost concerned that you've somehow lost Arthur's regard. I'm gonna mix up my words. Is she actually worried about you? Maybe getting this key will be even simpler than you thought.
Kipper Lily Copperkettle wins again.
This is the best day of my life!
This is totally great.
Never mind. Kimberly smirks victoriously before turning as if to walk away, potentially taking your only chance of getting into the office with her. Wait, can't you just give it to me? Why would I do that when it's much funnier to see you groveling at me for it? Who's groveling? I'm not groveling. I'm just asking. Please? And I'm saying no. What are you going to do? Fight me for it? Oh no, the big bad cleric's going to stop me from doing my due diligence to the community. She mockingly clicks the trash grabber in your face. I totally beat you in a fight, first of all, but what's the need? It's just a key. It's not like you have any use for it, right? I found plenty of use for it, for your information. Oh right, the traps. You imagine what Kimberly could do with the free access to the office. Maybe she set you up for a series of new, increasingly more elaborate and deadly traps waiting for you to trigger the instant you step inside. You already trip over the ugly carpet John would insist on keeping in the living room basically every morning. On the other hand, Kimberly did initially seem confused that you asked her about it, so it's more likely she forgot she had the key in the first place and is just making stuff up now. That sounds like something she'd do. There has to be a way to convince her.
Whatever.
Yeah. Doubt that. Damn. I'm gonna ruin my chances with her. It's okay. She keeps walking around to grab different bits of litter, forcing you to follow if you want to keep talking to her. It's a petty power move, though somewhat undercut by the fact that you're both just picking up trash on the side of the road, and her vest is obviously a size too big for her. Get fucked. What are you even doing with it? My plans are none of your business. My machinations have machinations that you could never dream of. For all you know, that key is the linchpin of a bigger scheme that's going to take the whole year to come to fruition. The fact that you actually want to have it is just a plus. I suppose I'll give it to you in the next give it to the next president at the end of the year, though. It'd be pretty lame if a college student was that stuck on high school politics. Oh, maybe I could convince Eugenia to hold on to it so that the next rogue to track her down gets a bonus prize. Could be a new egg fort tradition.
Dude, seriously?
Great. You kind of forgot how annoying Kimberly can be sometimes. Obviously, she just wants to be stubborn until you give up and go home. But you're Kristen Applebee's. You've punched at least one god in the face. You force yourself into your shitty parents' lives every few weeks just to talk to your little brothers. That's real. Kimberly may be stubborn, but she's dealing with the president of stubborn. Alright, I get it. I can read between the lines. But come on, we're seniors now. Surely this kind of pettiness is beneath you.
And that's another point to Kimberly Copperkettle.
Au contraire. Watching you squirm is incredibly entertaining. I could possibly get you some penny points, maybe not a couple of hours off community service. Come on, we're usually turning up a new leaf or something. Okay, laugh it up. I can take it. Can I just get the key once you're done? Oh, how generous, Applebee's. Only 997 hours to go. That's like a whole 2 class periods. I could kill 4 rats in that time. Come on, we could make some kind of arrangement, a deal. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You give me the key, I do something for you. I don't need or want anything from you, Applebee's. Right now, all you're doing is getting in the way of me filling this trash bag and defending my title. Your title? One of the most efficient volunteer in the entire group. The group that picks up trash?
Ugh, whatever.
Kimberly freezes before scowling his room. As if remembering that this is supposed to be embarrassing and not in a caution that would garner any kind of respect outside the group, or even within it. It doesn't matter. The point is, I'm in the middle of something, and you're getting in my way over a key is so unnecessary that nobody's given shit about it in years. If you can't figure out how to get through a single locked door, you don't deserve what's inside. I'm not doing a thing for you unless you make it worth my while. It would be a problem where you're the solution. Please. There's gotta be something I can help you out with at school.
Huh, is that so?
That sounded good! Kimberly looks thoughtful, humming to herself. She studies you like a particularly interesting insect. You're really this desperate to get into that office? You know you don't need anything in there to do the job, right? I don't think Maisie set foot in there once last year. Hey, I'm taking this role seriously. If there's stuff in there that'll even help a little, then I definitely want it. She narrows her eyes at you, looking up and down as if searching for a sign of some trick. Then she pointedly looks around and behind her as if there's a camera somewhere. Or something hiding in the bushes waiting for her to let her guard down. After a moment, she looks back at you and her smirk returns. She holds up the trash grabber, poking the end in the middle of your chest like it's an extension of her arm. Huh. Alright then. We're playing this game now? Fine, let's play.
Sorry, what was that?
Game? What game? Instead of actually answering your question, Kimberly takes a step back and chuckles to herself. Carrot and stick. You want that stupid key that badly? You're gonna have to work for it. New concept for you, I know.
What the fuck, man?
Hey, I work plenty hard. Whatever you're thinking, I'm totally up for it. I don't have the key on me right now, obviously. I don't just carry it with me everywhere I go like some freak NPC or in one of Marianne's RPGs. She plays RPGs in this universe? Okay. If you can prove to me that you deserve this key, then I'll retrieve it from its hiding place and give it to you. No one but me knows where it is, so don't bother trying to sneak the answer out of my party. Okay. Actually, leave them out of this completely. They aren't going to help your ass. You better be ready to fucking jump when I tell you to, because otherwise, there's no way you're getting that key from me. How do we respond? Not that one. We'll go with this
Is
way.
that so?
Hope that was good. Sure. You better be prepared. You shoot Kimberly a determined grin and she scoffs. It's agreed then. Wait, I'm gonna need to track you down after this, aren't I? Here, give me your phone. She takes your crystal, types something into it, and hands it back. I just got her number. Chat, let's go. I did it. Let's fucking go. It's new contact. The name is just the letter K. It looks like she's already texted herself. What? I'm just supposed to sit around in school waiting for your text? How you choose to spend your time is not my prerogative. Chat, it's okay. I can English. Spend your time is not my prerogative. Applebee's. Really picks up a crumpled half-empty water bottle, dumps out the rest of the water on a patch of grass, and throws it in her bag. Exactly what sort of stuff proves I deserve the key? That's for me to know and you to find out. The smile on Kimberly's face is not very reassuring. Surely this won't result in anything too embarrassing. Right? Right? Did you need anything else from me? No, I think that's it.
Don't text me.
Okay then, stop stealing my trash. Go pick up somewhere else. I need to research something for my capstone project next week at the school library, and I have to make up for the litter I can't pick up then. Candace's calling? Someone's calling.
Hey, listen!
It was a Navi line. Oh my gosh. This game is the gayest I will ever be. So.
You know, I didn't hate this.
Okay, fine. She wasn't as bad as I thought she'd be. And I have to wait for her to text me at some point.
What an interesting mystery!
Oh, she's playing it super cool. I get it.
Dude, seriously?
What? No, she's literally blackmailing me. Blackmail can be romantic. Trust me. Do I want to know? Probably not. Need a reminder? Oh, it's just that. Okay. Oh, shit. I can remember. Not dirty. I should be like Lucy. Oh, right. Oh, school. Woohoo! It's a beautiful Monday morning. The sky is blue, the sun is shining, and the birds are chirping. You're trying really hard not to fall asleep in class. This isn't like last year where you were at constant risk of expulsion. Senior year is a fresh start. For one thing, you're student council president now. And you have an example to set. Oh, so many words. Example set, and that means paying attention in class. For another, Cassandra's going to be pissed if you don't pull and put more effort into being a proper cleric. And you respect that. Your crystal buzzes. It's Cassandra, of course. Somehow she's always seems to know when you're teetering on the edge of doing something irresponsible. Comes with the godly territory, probably. She sent you a threatening emoji of a cat holding a knife, a clear message to pay attention or else. The cat with a knife. You wonder how she would take it if you sent an emoji of a middle finger back. It's not your fault that lecture days make you sleepy. Probably not well. As you sigh and look around the room, trying to wake yourself up. Yolanda's alive again! Yay! Yolanda's in the middle of a passionate lecture, which almost makes you feel bad about how little you're paying attention to it. She seems to have recovered from her dirty last year pretty well. At least to your eyes. You wouldn't have blamed her for leaving, but you're glad she decided to stick around today for it. For a teacher, she's pretty cool. Some students are sitting up front wrapped with attention. Nerds. Others are doodling as they listen or texting surreptitiously. Don't ask me to pronounce that word. Under their desks, which seems far more normal to you. Eventually, your eyes fall on the desk next to you, where Lucy Frostblade sits. She's diligently taking notes, hunching over her desk, but is slightly too small for her. Oh, look how pretty she is. Her sweater sleeves are pulled over her hands, and her hair falls into her eyes as she leans over her notebook. Her backpack is by her feet, and you notice that she has various buttons and pins on it, including one for Brassards. You're trying to think about how much history you and Lucy share without ever having spoken more than a few words to each other. You wonder if she's doing okay after the whole being betrayed and dying thing. You didn't take your own deaths very well, after all, and without your friends, you would have been lost. A vague sense of guilt fills you. Maybe you should have reached out, as one of the few people at this school who knows what dying is really like. Not to mention that she did hang out in your afterlife for a while. Isn't it kind of a dick move to not at least check in on her? But from what you know, Lucy and the rat grinders have made up, but from how many times Yolanda has made the effort to check in on you in the last few months, she's probably watching out for Lucy too. Lucy's probably doing okay, right? Lucy turns the page and she looks up to meet your eyes. Oh no! Oops, you've been staring. You took her eyes away, embarrassed. You feel her gaze on you for a long moment. At the front, Yolanda is wrapping up her lecture. She raises a significant eyebrow at you. You'll want to listen closely to this. Okay, oops, you didn't realize she noticed you dozing off. Yolanda begins speaking. As you approach graduation, it will be increasingly important to build reflective practice into your daily life. Oh, words are hard. As clerics, your relationships with the deities are crucial to cement your god's legacies and worship and maintain your own power. That means you also need to examine your relationships with yourselves. As major assignment for this term to write a 5-page paper is answering these questions. Yolanda writes these questions on the 3 questions board. Who are you? How does your deity reflect your identity? And what does faith mean to you? Oh, that's religious trauma coming back up. For the last 15 minutes of class, Yolanda asks you to find a partner and brainstorm approaches to answering these questions. You slowly turn to Lucy. You don't know her that well, but you're pretty sure she's nice enough to approach for this. Maybe you'll get to know her a bit better. You notice that Lucy is looking back at you from the corner of her eye. So... Sure.
Hey, girlie.
This game is dumb. Lucy looks surprised, but pleased. Oh, sure. So these questions. Wow. Yolanda does think of the most interesting assignments. For sure. She's great, but geez, 5 pages? That's a lot, huh? Yeah, if I'd known I would have had to do a project this hard, I would have stayed dead. You stare at her. She stares back at you. That was a joke, right? Squinted her. You can't really tell. Oh. Okay. I just realized that my music has been up on the screen the entire time. Everything's fine. Awesome. Apiary club, restorages, the black bait, big in the sig figs. Yeah. That's a shrimp party. That's funny. That's him hiring intern employees, tutoring for spellcasters, and this is a pirate club. It might be, you know what it might be? It might be for the Pirate City of Leviathan, I think. Sure, you let it off, but it's a little awkward. It echoes louder than you intended, and it's kind of like a goose hawk. Other students start to look at you, giggles surrounding around the room. You cringe. At least Lucy looks vaguely amused. You think? Hey, I'm dead serious. Okay, that one was definitely a joke. You grin at her. Okay, time to move on, Kristen. You have an assignment to start.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see. Who am I? Well, that's easy. I'm a bad kid. I'm a cleric. I'm a student council president.
Yeehaw!
I'm a lesbian. Lucy's mouth tilts up just a little. Most of those are titles, though, aren't they? Is that what the question is asking? Lucy is right. I need to think about this a little more. Damn, you hate when schoolwork makes you think. Lucy is looking down as she thinks, a little frown creasing her forehead. She bites her lip, reading the questions to herself again. She doesn't look very thrilled at the prospect of answering these either.
I'm feeling a little blue.
Sad. Who am I, huh? I want to ask if she's okay, but she seems a little closed off. She might not appreciate it. Maybe she just needs help brainstorming. Well, you're a cleric too, obviously, and a rat rider. Or high five hero? High five heroes haven't been a thing for a while. So, cleric, rat grinder, lesbian? Yes, Kristen, I'm a lesbian. Hell yeah! You reach out to give her a high five. Lucy gently accepts the gesture. Yes! See, that's a ton of stuff about who you are, even if they are just titles. Titles don't label some stuff. They can be important too, you know? I suppose you're right. Despite her words, she still seems sort of bummed. Maybe it's time to move on from that question. Okay, number 2. How does your god reflect your identity? I guess I should talk about... I'm gonna talk about Cassandra here. Well, she is your god, isn't she? What else would you write about? Yeah, probably doesn't make sense to talk about Helio or Yes? Or maybe if it would if they had been a part of your cleric journey after all, and they had been a part of your cleric journey after all, and 5 pages is a lot of space to fill. Besides, you can never get enough of trash-talking Helio. You bite back a smirk at the idea. Maybe this assignment will be more fun than you thought. Wait, what? You're connected to other gods? Oh, yeah. Well, I used to be. I was a cleric of Helio for most of my life, but long story short, he turned out to be an asshole. And then I invented? I think that's it. I invented Yes, but Yes was just there. I didn't like them that much either, honestly. Lucy looks baffled at that, which is fair. The last few years have been so wild and full of change that you still sometimes have a hard time wrapping your mind around it all. Cassandra's great, though. She's really active in my life and actually cares about me, which is pretty great, considering my old god cared more about his frat bro aesthetic than me. I feel like Cassandra and I have a really... a really strong connection. Lucy still looks confused, but interested. Your connection must be strong. You're her sole cleric, aren't you? That's really interesting. Yeah, I am. Let me tell you, the as above, so below thing is really obvious when it's just the 2 of you. Lucy seemed to be listening raptly to your words. She leans towards you, a thoughtful frown creasing her forehead. Her gaze heavy and intent on yours. You feel like you're giving a sermon again. Anyway, Cassandra's the best god I've had yet. Your crystal buzzes again. Cassandra has sent a string of cat emojis wearing sunglasses and giving you a thumbs up. You turn your crystal to show Lucy.
Venus, chill.
You have a god on speed dial? Yeah, she's always available to offer advice or help get me out of the jam. It's great, and I promise not to leave her on red anymore. Much. Is that what faith is to you, Kristen? Cat emojis? Again, you're not sure if that's a joke. You laugh anyway. Honestly, I'm not sure. I've been trying to figure that out for years, but I do feel like I'm closer to the answer now than I've ever been. You really do mean that. It's been a rough 3 years, but finally, you feel like you've settled on something that works for you. Maybe now you'll have 1 year without any major life-altering catastrophes. I know how to speak. And even if you don't, even if something earth-shattering awful happens to you, again, you know Cassandra and your friends will help you pick up the pieces again. Huh? You think you're starting to get the point of this project now. Nice one, Yolanda. I'm glad you're starting to unpack that. That sounds really nice. She sounds kind of wistful. It is, but I'm sure your god is just as great. So what about you guys? How does she reflect your identity and stuff? Oh yes, right. My god. Lucy goes quiet. She bites her lips again. Brows knitting together. Something about her in this moment strikes you as almost fragile. How much do you know about Ravina? Aside from the fact that she's Incarna's sister, not much. She has been worshipped for a long time among my peoples. She is... Lucy passes heavily. She looks up at you, her eyes suddenly bright and intense. You feel yourself leaning in to listen, drawn by such a sudden gravity. Ravina is the scalding heat of a fire during a blizzard. She's the kind, painful press of warm hands around frostbitten fingers. She's the chattering of teeth between smiles, the bone-aching shivers caused by winds that carry away your laughter. She's the reminder that despite the cold, despite the pain, snow is soft when it falls. Alex is sending me stuff on TikTok. You find yourself strangely breathless when she finishes. Her words don't sound like a memorized recitation. They sound real, like Lucy believes them with her whole heart. Your own relationship to faith seems almost inadequate compared to Lucy's fervent, steadfast possession. What are they sending me? Now that I think about it, Lucy had been the only unshakable member of the Rat Grinders. Why was that? You are suddenly strongly reminded of how little you know about Lucy Frostblade. That's really beautiful. That's Ravina. She's been a constant throughout my whole life. Her voice drops to whistle. We're ignoring it. I'm the one who's changed. I don't know if she meant to say that aloud. You're about to ask her what she means when the bell rings. You and Lucy jump in unison, then exchange awkward smiles, the sound breaking the intensity of the moment and snapping you both to reality. I don't have fish on. You can try to fish all you want, but I don't have fish on. No. How many times do I have to tell you no? No fish! Oh wow, I didn't realize the time. I'm going back to my game. She's being stupid. Sad times. Me neither. That surprises you. Usually your eyes would have been glued to the clock, counting down. No! Being told I have to open fish, but what if I never do? Okay. You two give me a sec. Excuse me while I go help the two idiots in the other room. Okay. Favorite flavor? Favorite cake flavor? Lemon. Lemon. Yay! Have 15 minutes already gone by. This was a great conversation about the project. I mean, do you want to continue it later? Yay! Sounds great.
Cool, sick.
Let me know if you want to talk about this more sometimes. Maybe we can ice cream? Great idea. See you later, Lucy. Bye, Kristen. You watch her go, satisfied. You have a good feeling about this project. A+ in class. Here you come. Yes. Someone's calling. Hi, Cass.
Hey, girlie!
Hi, Kristen. How's class? Pretty good, surprisingly. Lucy and I are partnered up on a project. The Lucy part's good anyway. She seems really cool. I don't know her that well, though. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. But maybe soon? Okay. We go home, we get fig. At first, she had been excited to get home after a long day at school, but the euphoria was unfortunately short-lived. After emptying your school bag on your bed, you stare at the clutter, trying to figure out where to start. Okay, Applebee's, focus. One thing at a time. You grab a stack of papers and start flicking through it. Permission slips for spring fling, meeting notes for the student council, half-crumpled essay outline. You're pretty sure Adine slipped into your bag as a gentle reminder to get it finished.
Not cool.
Your fingers twitch as you try to sort everything into piles. It feels like trying to tame a hydra. You organize one thing, and two more pop up and demand your attention. ADHD sucks, man. Just as you feel your brain is about to melt, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Come in. Big.
Hey, Madam President.
Oh, fantastic. Madam President? Fig bows dramatically before flopping onto your bed. At least I can be blessed with your presence. What's up?
Fuck!
Fig sighs dramatically, sprawling across your bed like she owns it, knocking over the stack of papers. Nothing. Ugh, it's kind of boring being stuck at home while you're all at school. Maybe you shouldn't have dropped out. Best decision I have made. I'm literally the queen of the bottomless pit. And a rock star. Nothing more that place could teach me. Well, maybe you should stop complaining. You push her over slightly to grab the papers. And stop messing with my stuff. Or is this gonna kill me? Big moves just enough to let you retrieve them and smirks. Who are you and what have you done with my best friend? Very funny. I kind of have to keep my grades up now that I'm president. Ooh, big dog on campus, are we? Big shifts onto her stomach and rests her chin in her hands. Speaking of putting in the work, we should talk about the church.
Sorry, what was that?
You blink. That was random. What about it? You already have a lot on your plate now that you know that letting Cassandra down again wasn't an option. Not after what happened last year. Well, our Deities are married, and since we're kind of in charge of their churches, maybe we could combine them. Nothing will get numbers up better than Homo Divine Energy. Oh my god. I love this game.
Yeehaw!
You're right, nothing screams divine worship than gay synergy. Let's go full power couple aesthetic. Rainbow banners, a giant statue of them making out, maybe even a best wife ever mug on the altar. Big thumps her hands together and sits up.
This fucking rules!
Yes, that's the energy we need. I'm telling you, Applebee's, this is how we're going to change the game. Forget boring sermons, we're talking about pure gay divinity. This is the best! Oh my gosh, it's an Emily laugh. They copied Fig's gaze laugh, it's great. She flops back onto your bed, laughing. Clearly thrilled that you're indulging her. For real though, I came to see if you wanted to take a break. You've been drowning in this presidential stuff, and even I can tell you're stressed. You just got a lot to do, and spring fling is coming up. Exactly why you need a break. Come on, let's do something stupid. You'll feel better, I promise. Your mind races with everything you have to do, but a small voice nudges you towards something better.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe focusing on the church for a while will help.
Hell yeah!
That's the spirit. Big grins and sits up straighter. What? Did I say something weird? I probably didn't. Plus, I've missed hanging out like we used to, going between the bottomless pit and hanging out with Ida when she's not working. It's cool and all, but I need my Applebee's time. Ooh, what's the answer? Oh, what do I pick? Oh, yeah. Her grin softens and she gives you a nudge with her elbow. Well, duh, you'd be lost without me. Fig suddenly snatches your notebook and magically summons a pen into her hand. So, patron saint of mystery and doubt, what's the plan? You laugh as she looks at you with a fairly overly serious face. You're really going all in, huh? Let's just say I've become quite the fan of being able to smite the shit out of people that annoy me.
Nat 20!
Well, if you put it that way, consider this the first meeting of the lesbian church. Lesbian church, right on. That's amazing. Fig snorts, her grin wide and delighted. Applebee's, I fucking love you. You work together, jotting down notes and laughing until the sun goes down. Jawbone, seeing the two of you actually doing something productive with your time, even when as far as to bring dinner to your little makeshift work area. Oh, Jawbone is the best dad ever. Oh my god. Finally, you both flop down on the bed, mentally exhausted. I could really use a drink right now. Raise your eyebrow at your best friend and smirk. I thought you were straight edge. Apart from drugs, yeah. But if it is a figure of speech, smart ass. Fig shifts to kick at your legs, but you see it coming and move out of the way just in time. Fig rolls onto her side, propping her head up on one hand, and there's a rare, thoughtful look in her eyes.
Oh, Kristen.
Seriously though, isn't it cute that our gods are in love again? Especially since you basically remade yours, and I helped change Incarna back to her true form. It's almost like we started a relationship or something. Something. Her words hang for half a second before Fig's eyes go wide with the relationship. I mean, you know what I mean. Nope.
My
Hi, Hallie.
paladin.
How's you doing? I'm being gay. There's no game. This game is so new that it doesn't have it doesn't have a thing in Steam in Twitch yet because it was released today. I know I'm listed as just chatting, but I can't change it. I try. I know. I admire your help, but I did have to explain it to Lively earlier. I'm like, oh. Yeah. Okay. Oh, back to reading. Reading takes a lot of brain power. Oh, absolutely. Basically, the divine power couple behind the divine power couple. Should we send out wedding invitations? Yes. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Hallie. Big Blaze flushes as she sits up, glaring at you with a smile. At least she got the joke. Okay, first of all, rude. Second of all, it's your god who would insist on some over-the-top ceremony. Mine is way more low-key. She grabs a nearby pillow and whacks you with it. And for the record, I'm a taken woman. Pillow assault over, Fig relaxes back down on the bed, and you both stare up at the ceiling. It's like we were meant to work together, you know? Like a team. Really good team that understands each other on a cosmic level. Never thought about it that way before, and you find yourself smiling. Some of your friends might say that you bring the worst out in each other a lot of the time. Maybe that was true, but there's always been something special about your friendship. Fig nudges her shoulder against yours. What's got you smiling like that, weirdo? Nothing, don't worry about it. Fig raises her brow before letting out a sigh.
This is
Okay, weird to flirt with. Sure, let's pretend that isn't a moment or anything. Have fun, Helly. Sure, let's pretend that wasn't a moment or anything. Wait, what does that mean? Fig crosses her arms and gives you a sideline glance. I can't tell if she's letting it go or not. Sorry, I think my brain is a little... Excuse me! It's a little fried after day. Yeah, well, even you can't do it all. Oh my gosh. Everything's okay. You sigh, stand up, and start attempting to scoop all of your paperwork back into your school bag. You definitely forgot to do it in the morning. What? Fire just... I'm not good at English. Did I say something weird? Probably. Yes, I should put my glasses on. I don't know. I was reading. Oh, you mistyped. Okay. I'm okay. Got it. I'm just... If I fuck up, it's not... It's usually okay. I was reading, but I probably fucked up a word too, so... And there's this whole spring thing, like I still have to find a date, and I kind of have no idea where to start. Fig pulls a face immediately and moves it to sit on the edge of your bed.
Lame. What a spoil sport.
Ew, what kind of archaic bullshit is that? You shrug as you struggle to zip your bag closed. Apparently, everything multiplied. Multiplied? Well, you weren't looking, because it fit in just fine before. Well, just take me. Problem solved, right? Yes. I'm doing this for the sillies. Her smirk flickers for just a second. You wonder if you're missing something. I mean, yeah, obviously, but like not in a thing way, just, you know, as a joke. A really funny, not at all meaningful joke.
Okay.
Unless you want it to be serious, in which case, that fuck word. I'm already spoken for, or whatever.
as a wizard's paramour.
You just stare at her and Fig lets out a laugh that seems just a little too forced. No, I'm just gonna shut up now. You grin, not wanting to get fig, not get fig. We're not wanting to get fig dig even more of an unnecessary culture. That doesn't make grammatic sense. No homo? No homo. Seriously though, don't worry. You're a catch and I'm sure you'll sweep some girl off her feet. You feel your shoulders relax. Fig was right. Not only were you the student body president, which made you the coolest by default, but now you've saved the world a bunch of times and you're not even drinking it
So
yet.
inspiring.
Yeah, you're right. Anyone would be lucky to have an all-access pass. To me. Alright. Keep it in your pants. Jeez. You both fall into a fit of giggles. It's easy to laugh with Fig. It always has been. We really need to hang out more. I think I'm getting allergic to stress, and that's so not yeehaw. Oh my god. Fig looks up at you and you watch her smirk grow wickedly.
Blimey.
Uh-oh, that's always a sign of trouble. I think I have some ideas brewing. Should I be worried? Fig tilts her head, pretending to think it over before she grins. Maybe not. Can't tell you. I'm not a psychic, Applebee's. Yeah, but you are a chaos magnet, so I feel like my concern is justified. Oh, you're learning. Fig hops off the bed to tap you on the tip of your nose and so you swat her away. Do I at least get a hint? Fig thinks about it for a moment before shaking her head. Nope, I'll find you at school when the time is right. There's literally so many things wrong with her suggesting that, and you're not quite sure where to start. Ooh. Do you think going back to school is a good idea? Big laugh so loud it actually startles you. Please, you think I'm scared of those weird robots they sent after me when I dropped out? I had to work for magic on those grapes before summer was over. Yes! If you say so. Well, I'm gonna dip. You look like crap.
Sorry, what was that?
Mouth falls open with offense before you catch the smile growing on Fig's
Oh,
face.
Kristen.
Fig pulls you into a quick hug and makes her best attempt at messing your hair up with her knuckles before you push her off. You're impossible.
Bye, buddy.
You get a good night of sleep before I start tormenting you again. Good night, Madam President.
See ya, Fig.
The fig leaves, closes the door behind her, and you collapse down on your bed. Even with the crazy amount of stuff you have crammed into your schedule right now, you can't wipe the smile off your face. What the fuck are you getting yourself into? Cass is gone!
Ring, ring.
A little birdie told me you were laying out some plans for the church. How'd it go? Is the little birdie named Ankarna by chance? And is that bird your wife? Details! Speaking of, spill it, sister. Tell me all about Fig.
So inspiring.
You know what? I've been so busy with school I forgot how much fun Fig is to be around.
Aww.
That's great, Kristen. I knew this would be good for you. We'd make a great team for sure. But like, are you super sure she's eligible? Before I start messing up one of my favorite friendships by making it weird? There's nothing weird about friends to lovers. Whoa, slow down. Lovers? Out of you. See you later. Cats, no! Okay. Week 2.
Hi, Kristen. I missed you.
Week 2. Hey, Kristen, we're a weekend, so let's really start putting in the work to feel some romance. Are you sure about this? It's a little too soon to start calling things romantic, right? I'm not about to become a U-Haul statistic. Oh my gosh. What can I tell you? When it's right, there's no such thing as too much, too soon. Yeah, just keep telling yourself that. You annoying, happily married godex you. When you live for thousands of years, you tend to gain a little perspective. So take my word for it, get out there again, and have a little fun. And don't forget, you have that trip to the museum coming up, so it would be nice if you could find someone to spend it with. Just
Let's
a thought.
see what the stars think.
Hyperbole. If you're a little stuck on where to go to find a date, you can always check your notebook. I slipped in some tips for
Sorry,
you.
what was that?
Or I could just wing it. Live in La Vida Loca.
See you next
Or
time.
that. Or you just do what feels right. I'll check in with you later. Okay. We're going to school. You thought Kimberly would blow up your phone with a list of ridiculous, undoable demands within the next 24 hours. Instead, it takes her almost a full week to even acknowledge your existence. Dios. Library after school. I can't force you to be punctual, but at least try to be on time. Be on time, please. She has to be the only person your age in the world who texts like she's writing an essay. No. When the final bell rings, you haphazardly sweep all your stuff into a backpack and head to the library, expecting to find Kimberly waiting near the front door, or at least within eyeshot of it. There are a handful of students studying either by themselves or in groups at tables a couple browse the shelves. No sign of a smug halfling ready to blackmail you. You reassign yourself to long hours of wandering in search of her. Maybe this is your first task. Waste your time attempting to track down a rogue that was small enough to fit in an air vent or between pages of books just for her amusement. Suddenly, something lands on your shoulders and wrenches you off balance, yanking you backwards by your foot.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Sweet Cassandra!
Ah! The librarian shushes you, but you don't have the time to acknowledge that. You land on your back with a loud oof as the wind is knocked out of your lungs. The weight rolls over just enough to pin you down, a pencil held to your neck. The blunt end presses in slightly before letting up, and you roll over to see Kimberly standing up next to you, dusting off her skirt and shaking her head in disappointment.
And that's another point to Kimberly Copperkettle.
So complacent, you didn't even look up. Why would I need to look up in a library? I'm glad I brought you here. You might learn something. Lesson number 1. 80% of ambushes occur in places familiar to the victim. Don't tell me you bad kids don't practice for those.
Right,
Not really?
totally.
More fun for me then. Yeah. Where do I want to go?
Huh, is that so?
Don't flatter yourself. I'm going to fail with her. This is the problem. You assign yourself to more sneak attacks in your future. Maybe you should ask Grace for pointers next time you see him. Alright, Kimberly, what do you need me to do? Unless ambushing me to be your sneak attack target was all you wanted. Please, you weren't even a decent challenge. Come on, this way. She leads you through a maze of bookshelves to a table barely big enough for the two of you and produces notebooks, stationery, and a stack of library books on heists and thieves. What could she want you to do with these? She knows you're not exactly the most academically minded student out there. Am I supposed to read these for you, or... No, don't touch anything. You'll fuck up my system. Okay. I need some quotes from Encyclopedia Speculatus. There's a chapter in there on circumventing magical detection, and your rogue has the only copy out on loan. Riz? Why would he have it? Unless there's some freshman trying to get extra credit, which is annoyingly plausible and unlikely, he's the only other student who'd need it. We're the only two doing this project. We can't exactly point at Eugenia's grave twice. It ruins the spirit of the exam or whatever. All I need is some pictures of that book. It's not likely I can just ask nicely. And then you'll give me the key?
Really?
Lesson number 2 is going to be on how multi-step plans work. Of course not. This is step 1 of getting the key.
That's what I thought.
I knew you'd seen it my way. Now that you think about it, you do remember Riz stressing about some insane capstone project he's working on this year. Something like 120% of his grade? When Adine asked how that worked, he said it could cover some of his missing credits from freshman year. When you were all in jail. I forgot they were in jail. Uh-oh. And so, it's also something you have absolutely nothing to do with. He might get suspicious of ulterior motives if you suddenly ask for pictures of some book about heists and traps. Mentioning Kimberly probably wouldn't go over very well. Hey, Riz. What is that picture? His big favor to ask. Might start, some sophomores apparently you've got the book of getting around it. Want to help the president out? Does your project have anything about getting around it, magic detection, and trying to get my president? Ooh. Oh, what would he help with? That'd be funny. Rich trusts me enough to not think too hard about it, and Arthur's crazy enough to not set up magic spyware on the student president. Probably. Riz doesn't reply immediately. You're not surprised. He refused to drop any of the clubs he joined last year. Apparently, it implies to colleges that he'll just give up on his responsibilities. Yeah, he's probably not going to answer right away. Kimberly is already opening another book and reading through it, jotting things down on a sticky notes and marking the pages as she goes. Just send them to me once he does. Right, but why exactly couldn't you just wait for him to return the book?
What the fuck?
Kimberly slowly looks up at you, incredulous. You replay your words in your head. You don't think you sounded particularly stupid. Like everything else at the school, library due dates are a suggestion. He's had it for 2 months now. He's not returning it. Sound like I'm not returning these. She pats the book she's holding before opening another. Anyhow, leave me alone and let me study in peace until you get those photos. You glance back at your notification, less Crystal. Might as well wait for Riz's text. You sit across from Kimberly and start twiddling your thumbs. Kimberly doesn't quite look up, but her writing slows down a little as she watches you out of the corner of her eye. What kind of project is this anyways? Are you two working on the same thing? I have designed a security system based on available resources and outline a potential heist I would conduct against those countermeasures. Gukek's parameters are completely different. There's a lot of overlap in research. Ooh. Is it a competition? Eugenia doesn't think so, but she hasn't been an adventurer in decades, so yes, I'm going to get a better score than him and laugh while he cries about it. We have an understanding. If we need something from the other person's cache, we set the air conditioning down 1 degree and write what we need in one of those vents. If the other person agrees, they set the temperature up 1 degree. Then we make use of one of the 15 dead drop locations on campus to make the trade without having to speak to each other face to face. It's really not that complicated. You have the belated realization that you are being used to circumvent the deranged system Riz and Kimberly had developed to avoid being within 100 feet of each other. Oh well, a bit late to back out now. You know, I'm actually not at all surprised Riz set this kind of thing up with you. He's a great guy, but man, he's such a rogue. Always gotta have that 10-step plan for everything. That's what you're like, right? Plans upon plans, or whatever you said? Shh, I'm not getting booted from the library because you can't ever shut up, Applebee's. You look around. There's no one else near enough to even hear you, let alone be bothered by your conversation. I don't think Miss Dimweather has ever actually kicked someone out of the library in her life. Kimberly glares at you before deliberately turning back to her books. Oh, come on, don't be like that. A brilliant idea strikes you and you pull out your crystal.
Nat 20!
Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly's crystal violates and she glances at it. A beat passes, then she looks up at you unamused. You're the one who said I needed to shut up. She narrows her eyes at you before picking up her crystal. I specifically told you not to text me. You also told me not to get you kicked out of the library. Kimberly pointedly stands one of her books up so it blocks her from your view. Good thing you don't need line of sight to send a text. I'm gonna be annoying. I want her to like me, but I'm going to be annoying about it because that's hilarious. It would be going perfectly if I had those photos. So, besides this, how was school, Ben? You were incorrigible. Your heart reacted out. You heart react that one. Kimberly audibly scoffs. Thanks. Kimberly actually takes down her book wall to give you a truly disgusted look. You send another smile emoji. She rolls her eyes dramatically before going back to studying, leaving the book flat on her table this time. You mess around with your crystal for a bit, ignoring your own homework in favor of Cantrip Crush. Cantrip Crush? Oh my gosh. These creators, these artists are amazing. The writer for this is amazing. Oh my gosh. Kimberly slowly relaxes, focusing on her schoolwork rather than eyeing her crystal like it's going to bite her. After about 10 levels, you feel something vibrate on the table. Kimberly immediately glares at you again, but you hold your hands up in surrender. Not me this time. Kimberly still narrows her eyes, especially before glancing at her crystal. You lean over the table, curious for any glimpse into Kimberly's life. You barely manage to catch a text from Mom, starting with "Good afternoon, baby." Aww! With 4 distinct emojis that include a heart before the crystal is jerked out of you. Kimberly holds it close to her chest, her cheeks flushing red.
So inspiring.
Aww!
Ugh,
Shut
whatever.
the fuck up, Applebee's. She doesn't even bother making eye contact, typing out a rushed reply, but you simply grab your crystal. Ooh. Oh, which way do I want to go? Do I be concerned? We're good. It's nearly 4:30. So what's up, kid? You getting picked up or something? Don't call me that. She was asking what I wanted for dessert tonight, if you must know. Aw, we gotta know! It's sweet that she's checking in. Kimberly scoffs and rolls her eyes before pointedly. pointedly clicking her crystal off and putting it face down on the table. Before you can come up with another banger text to prod her with, you get a notification of your own, followed by 6 more. Yay! Riz finally replied. Kimberly perks up immediately, nearly standing on her chair to lean over and try to see your crystal as it buzzes twice more. Well? You scroll through the messages. Question mark. That makes no sense, Kristen. What does that have to do with my schoolwork? Is this for a heist? Are you planning a heist without me? I thought we were friends. Look at the little goblin. I'm kidding. Though if you are planning a heist, let me in on it, yeah? Riz then sends 20 pictures of dense text. He's such a good friend. Too bad you and Kimberly are both exploiting his loyalty right now. You forward everything to Kimberly, who studies her crystal before breaking out into giddy giggles. Ha! Take that, Gugak! You wonder how guilty you should feel. It didn't hurt Riz. It just helped Kimberly, and it was to get the key. You'll understand, right? Kimberly begins tapping away at her crystal while you reckon with the gravity of what you've just participated in today. What are you doing? Gloating. Or you can ask what the hell that means. Your crystal rings. Riz's caller ID flashes across the screen.
I turn invisible.
Dear. Kristen Applebee's. Hey. Don't you fucking hate me? Are you in there right now? Go to answer, but Kimberly's quicker, physically climbing onto the table to yank your crystal out of your hand and hit the speaker button. Dude, you're the one who didn't want to get kicked out.
Kimberly Copperkettle wins again.
Suck it, Gukak. That's a whole chapter for free. I can't believe you tricked my own friend into betraying me. She acted on her own free will and with full knowledge of what I requested. Kristen? He sounded more irritated than outright betrayed, which is probably good. Kimberly cackles. I had to do it, dude, for the key. She's gonna give me the key. I can't believe this. A whole chapter for absolutely nothing. Now I'm going to have to give her like 5 extra diagrams for those letters I've been needing. 5. Do you know how many that is, Kristen?
And that's another point to Kimberly Copperkettle.
Suffer. Kimberly ends the call before you can stop her. That's seriously not enough to get the key. I told you, Applebee's. I'm making you work for it. Good. I'm not messing with my friends again, though. Once was more than enough for me.
Whatever.
That's fine. Gukak's not going to fall for that trick twice anyway. And I got what I needed. You shoulder your backpack with a sigh, waiting for Kimberly to pack her things. She slows down at the front door for some reason, so you hang back to let her push it open. Didn't your parents teach you any manners? Huh? It's polite to hold the door open for a lady. Duh. Are you calling yourself a lady? That's not... Never mind. Rather you were raised in a cornfield. Kimberly rolls her eyes. Are you going to keep yanking me around everywhere? That doesn't seem very fair. Maybe next time I'll be the one calling you over.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, I'm going home. Mom's making brownies and I want to be there when they come out of the oven.
Well, it's been weird.
She leaves before you can get another word in. You decide to head out too. Hopefully... words are hard. Hopefully you can spend your time relaxing at home next week rather than getting dragged around Hemville. Gas is calling! Someone's calling! Girls got you stabbing your besties in the back now, huh? It was for the key. I'm literally just trying to do my job, Cass. Oh, I'm sure. And saying you're going to ask for her help next time? That's also just for the key.
Right.
Is it?
Totally.
Yeah, okay. I've got nothing. Trust the process, Kristen. The long, sapphic process. If you say so. Okay. We could go Lucy again. Do we go see what Fig is doing? Oh. I could go back to school. Where's Lucy? Oh! We're going to Brewster's. I want to go see the ice cream man. Hehe. After 3 hours of staring at a blinking cursor on a blank page, trying desperately to turn the buzz in your head into usable words, you're a shell of yourself. Okay, maybe 3 hours is a stretch. Between trying to engage your friend's conversation to distract you, sending increasingly ridiculous prayers to Cassandra, and pacing so many circles around your room that you started to get dizzy, you've worked for an hour. Max. But still, how do you not have anything to show for it? You have 5 pages to get through, and you don't even have a sentence. Fuck essays. All your homies hate essays. Except Riz, but then again, he's Riz. Cassandra, help me! Your crystal buzzes. She sent back an emoji of an angry cat. Fantastic. You thunk your head on your desk with a groan, hoping it'll knock 2 brain cells together and give you just one idea. It doesn't work. Shocker. Your stomach chooses this exact moment to grow. You straighten with a grimace. Fuck it, I deserve a break. You grab your keys and head out the door. Before you know it, you're strolling through the entrance to Basar's. The djinn himself is busy serving a long line of customers. Elven Oracle available! Add-on mention! Let's go! He catches your eye and sends you a smile, and you wave in response. You're not sure what you're in the mood for today, so you hang back. As you ponder ice cream flavors, you look around the shop and notice none other than Lucy Frostblade tucked away in a corner booth. The table in front of her is piled high with dozens of empty ice cream cups. As you watch, she finishes another one and stacks it neatly, then scribbles something in a notebook. What is she working on? Curious, you approach her and just kind of stand for a moment by the table. She doesn't seem to notice, too absorbed in her writing. Stay silent, this is funnier. You stand there, watching her finish writing in her notebook until you're noticed. Lucy turns slowly to stare back at you. She gives you a weirded out look.
Hello.
Oh no! Kristen, I saw you from across the shop. Thought I'd come and say hello. You didn't say hello though. Right. I just thought you looked busy and I didn't want to bother you, so I mean, I didn't know if you'd hear me if I, hi? Hi? Can I sit? Go ahead. You slide into the booth across from her and nudge some of the containers to clear space. So what's with all this ice cream? There are like, dinner? Okay. There are like 30 empty cartons here. Is that a frost giant thing, or this gives you a cool look? Are you implying that I must like ice cream just because I'm a frost giant?
I turn invisible.
What? Oh, shit. Fuck, Kristen, you asshole. That was racist. You backpedal furiously. No, that's not what I mean, you have a Brassard's pin, so Lucy's gaze is piercing. You start to sweat. Goosebumps pimpling over across your arms like icy daggers. Apologize, please. Fuck, I'm so sorry. That was so wrong of me. My friends always tell me I need to think before I talk. Let me make amends. I'll pay for your ice cream. I'll, try to count, then wince. All 32 of them? You're going to be so broke after this. Even more than you already are. And I could convince Broussard to give you a job, right? Or maybe you could talk Fabian into giving you a loan? Lucy's frozen expression cracks and she snorts, hiding a smile behind her end. You stare at her baffled. Relax, Kristen, I was just kidding. What the hell? You couldn't tell at all.
Mommy!
Oh, not the blimey. Oh, haha, ha, totally knew that. So funny. Right, I'm sure you did. You look away, still flustered at the counter. Broussard is finally free. You make desperate eye contact with him. Instead of swooping in to provide a distraction, he snaps his fingers. A cup of chocolate fudge appears in front of you. Aw, you hadn't decided on a flavor, but this sounds like just what you need. And as a bonus, the ice cream cools the embarrassment teeth in your cheeks. And you give him a hand-hardened thanks, and he chuckles loudly enough for you to hear him. You look up to see Lucy watching the exchange curiously.
Interesting.
You and Mr. Broussard are friends? Yeah, you can say that. We go way back. Which isn't actually true. But it's true enough. 3 years could be considered way back to someone. Anyway, now that I'm done sticking my foot in my mouth, can you tell me what's with all the ice cream? Lucy sits back. I'm trying to figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. You blink. And you bought 32 different kinds? A second after you finish talking, another cup appears in front of Lucy. 33 and counting. Holy shit, I'm surprised your head hasn't exploded from the brain freeze. Wait, you said that without thinking. Can frost giants even get brain freeze? Did you fuck up again? Lucy frowns into her cup as she examines the ice cream. She takes her wooden spoon and scoops a bit into her mouth. You see that below the bright yellow top scoop there's a layer of blue underneath, as well as what looks like cookie dough. I can handle brain freeze better than most, but it still sucks. Never mind, you're good, but you're still confused. Okay, wait, back up. You're going through all this just to pick a favorite? Why? Where did all this come from? You're not expecting a frustrated frown to overtake Lucy's face. She leans back and lets out a long sigh. So, I was working on Yolanda's paper. You make a face at the unpleasant reminder. Right. I was looking at the questions and I had this thought that I've been having this thought for a while, actually. She pauses. You raise your eyebrows at her, urging her to continue. It's like Lucy pushes her ice cream into the center table. You lean closer. Alright, imagine you were this top layer of mango ice cream. Ooh, mango. That sounds delicious. You could really go for some mango. A cup appears suddenly by your elbow. Thank you, Basrar. Lucy continues, her words tumbling out of her mouth and picking up speed. So you've been the mango ice cream in this cup for a really long time, and then something big happens, something that completely shakes this top layer up. Lucy demonstrates by taking a giant scoop of the top layer and eating it. You blanch, but she doesn't flinch. She really must know how to deal with brain freeze. And then you find out that underneath the top layer, there's something you didn't expect. Lucy points to the blueberry and cookie dough in her cup. And now you have to deal with this extra stuff that you never expected to encounter, and you don't understand it at all. You're still mango, and you were good at being mango, but now you're also these other flavors, and you just don't know how to handle. Lucy's fist is clenched around the tiny wooden spoon, your gaze boring into yours. You lean back slowly, unnerved by the intensity of her eyes.
Totally.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, you're having an identity crisis. Lucy points at you with the spoon, almost jabbing you in the eye. You've never seen her so spirited.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. I'm having an identity crisis. Another thing about this explains your mood at the end of class last week. And besides, it makes weird kind of sense. You couldn't have gone through what she did without having some kind of identity crisis. You know, I happen to be an expert on those. Tell me about it. What's going on? Lucy chews on her lip while she thinks. You push the mango ice cream over to her, and she gives you a tiny grateful smile. I used to be so comfortable with being a cleric of Rufina. I knew who I was, but then I almost left her. Believed in her so strongly, and I almost turned my back on her. But you didn't. Lucy shakes her head, troubled. But I almost did. I never thought that would be me. Well, every cleric goes through periods of doubt, right? It's all part of the journey. Like I said, I went through like 3 gods before Cassandra. If you count yes and yes as 2 different gods, but you're also not totally sure about it. You note down that theological puzzle for later. Edine might have fun chewing on it. I guess it just feels like I don't know myself like I thought I did. And part of me is scared that if I don't figure it all out, I won't be able to stick to my convictions or even know what they are. You let that sink in. So what's the ice cream about? Lucy shrugs. She turns her notebook to you, revealing a list of ice cream flavors with ratings in an additional column. Idly, you note that her handwriting is loopy and delicate. Very pretty. I figured, if I don't know myself, maybe I could start figuring out my favorite flavor. I've never had one, and then? Lucy looks at you for a long moment, considering slowly she flips a page. Well, I kind of thought about making a list. A bucket list, I guess. She frowns thoughtfully. Though I've already died, so calling it a bucket list isn't quite right. Anyways, it's a list of things that I want to accomplish, things that will help me get to know me better. This sounds interesting. What's on it? Lucy hands the notebook over to you. You read through the pages. First on the list is makeup with Kimberly. It's been crossed out. Try to keep your face neutral, but you're pretty sure Lucy has noticed your grimace, but she gives you a knowing look. Lucy also written find favorite flavor of ice cream, change up style, get a different haircut, get into gardening, learn more about frost giant culture, make more good memories at Far Hidden Woods, go to a big social event. There's so much cool stuff here. I'm glad you think so. I try to add things that would push me out of my comfort zone. Read the list again, and an idea strikes you. Hey, where it says go to a big social event, what about Spring Fling? That what? That's a really big social event. Yeah, but it sounds fun. And we're in our last year, right? We should end it with a bang and not a whimper, or whatever that old poet guy said. That poem's about dying, Kristen. You shoot her for your guns. Even better, you love death metaphors. Oh no. Touche. I don't know. Besides, you won't be alone. I'll be there.
What?
Lucy looks surprised. You will? Oh crap. That made you sound like you were asking her out. Please. I mean, I'm student council president, so I'll have to be there. And it's my job to make sure everyone's having fun, right? Lucy, relax. Nice save, Applebee's. Right, I guess I could add it and see how I feel later. You watch her write it down and then cast another look at all the ice cream on the table. You know, I feel like you've gathered enough data to knock one item off the list. Lucy sighs the table sheepishly. I guess so. What if I change my mind later? Then you change your mind. Knowing yourself isn't a one and done kind of thing. You're always changing, so you're always going to discover new things about yourself. This list is the start of a really cool journey. Lucy surprises you by smiling warmly. You're pretty wise, aren't you? You find yourself grinning back. Being a cleric of the literal embodiment of doubt has its moments. You pause. And come on, you can't eat the entire menu trying to figure this out, right? Lucy's cheeks bow. She looks vaguely nauseous at the thought. No, I think I'm all ice creamed out. Okay then, moment of truth. What flavor are you going to pick? To set the mood, you start a drum roll on the table, almost dislodging the cups. As he catches one expertly as it rolls off the surface, she scans her notebook. I choose Moon Mist. It's banana, grape, and bubblegum. That sounds so gross, actually. But Lucy looks delighted to cross off one item on the list and the pen making a satisfying whoosh as it flies across the page. You hold up your ice cream and Lucy follows with hers. You tap them together. Cheers.
Nat
Cheers.
20.
That's wonderful.
You dig in, a comfortable silence settling over you both. So, what are you planning on doing next? Lucy chews on her spoon absentmindly. She thinks, I was thinking of going shopping at the mall. You perk up. Ooh. That sounds fun. Jack, too much enthusiasm in your voice. You don't want to sound pushy, but Lucy is perceptive? Ooh. Do you think she picks up on it? Do you want to come? If you're okay with it? Lucy nods. Let's do it. Sounds like a plan. I'll text you. Spend a little while longer chatting before you leave for the evening.
Have a nice day.
When you get home, you find that your laptop is still open to your document. You sit down in front of it, and this time, when you look at the questions, you find that you have a better idea of how to answer them. And a lot of that is probably thanks to Lucy. Today was enlightening for you, too. You begin working away, smiling to yourself. You can't wait to see her soon. You do only get 3 sentences in before you're distracted again. But hey, that's 3 more sentences than before. Someone's calling. Yippee! How was your day?
Right.
I don't know if I called that
totally.
a date. But she seems pretty cool. I'm sure I'll figure out how to be less awkward around her soon. Sure. Are she supposed to have faith in me? Or help me be like normal around a pretty frustrated girl?
Let's see what the stars think.
Kristen, I say this as your goddess. I don't think I'm capable of that particular miracle. I love that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna finish up. Oh, come on. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. It is putting... I think it's 4. This is 4, so I've got 8 weeks. Okay, Fig is at school. You can get a crystal text. Sorry, accidentally double booked the club meeting. We'll try to leave early if I can. Which club? Cleric classes, new quests, college apps. Well, junior year end with a devilish domain being summoned to unveil the work and trust of senior might just have you wishing for the eternal abyss. It's suffocating, just thinking of the responsibilities you've committed to. That's why you and Riz had plans to meet up at Fabian's after school for a lo-fi study night. He's still doing those? Okay. Sure, you'll probably spend half the night blending cocktails out of random ingredients you'll dig out of one of Fabian's bazillion fridges. But as long as the ball's around, you're guaranteed to get some work done. The two of you work best when you work together. You bring the ideas, and Riz brings the notebooks, pencils, scratch paper, and folders to organize it. Which seems like an even split of responsibilities to you. It's a few minutes before Riz pings you back. Weird. You follow his directions to the club, thinking nothing of where you're going until you hear the buzzing.
My nemesis approaches.
Oh no! Hi, Guri. Ah.
Hey, Gertie.
Sorry to interrupt. I accept and appreciate your gracious apology. President Applebee's, I must insist that ABR society meetings are only open to those who can actually come into the club.
Right. Totally.
I want to back out. I wanted to see Fig. God damn it! I'm gonna fuck up as much as possible. That's not what I'm talking about then. Hey, look, Jesus. Look, I'm just trying to see if there's any chance Riz can leave early. We're supposed to be at Fabian's. Check your watch. 15 minutes ago. Nope, Fabian isn't waiting for you two. Who are you kidding? The other option is dealing with Galia full-time. He totally is. What? But we've got so much to do. Spring is the most crucial time for the planning and preparations of the hive. We need to make sure we have enough feeders, plant more flowers, double check the high potential infections. That reminds me, I still have to fill and label the honey jars and Gert's bees. Oh, Bert's bees. Lip balms for the farmer's market stall. Almost leave yourself in Gertie's stream of consciousness, but you manage to snap yourself out of it. You've ordered Riz's takeout, order Fabian. You can't let yourself get distracted by how cute Gertie is. She goes on about bees. I like bees. You make eye contact with Riz, who's messaging you over the mind link on the slide, profusely apologizing for messing up his schedule. You message back telling him not to worry. The ball should seriously cut himself some slack. He's attending every extracurricular club possible, on top of a full-time course load, on top of all his college scholarship applications, on top of his private eye caseload. It's a wonder he doesn't double book himself more often. You're doing a fraction of that and still manage to double book yourself almost weekly. Look, I'll just call it out. It's quite obvious what's happening when two people drop silent in the middle of a three-person conversation. I should be surprised that the adventuring party always comes first. Oh no, I don't want to make you sad, but I mean...
No.
Good day to you, Miss Applebee's.
Ocean breeze. Yeah. And you're back to Gertie. I read all of that in my head, I'm sorry. Back to Gertie coming to herself, or maybe to the bees, as she removes each box from the hive for inspection by herself. If this is Gertie the only member? Yes! You want to leave, you. Will this work? I'll catch it. Yes! Oh no, I made her angry. If you and Mr. Geiger made previous arrangements with Mr. Seacaster, then you should both honor your words. Gertie turns away, giving up the fight like she already knows she'll lose! I want to get week 2 done. Because I do want to go eat dinner. Woohoo! Does she really believe that everybody else would simply drop their commitment to her club if someone else called them up? Oh right, that's exactly what she asked Riz to do. But Riz also promised to attend this meeting. AVR's honor, right? What if I duel you for it? Duel? To settle which promise he'll keep. It's only fair. If you win, Riz will stay to help you. Right, Riz? He shakes his head frantically, cutting a hand at her so that the universe says, no, stop. What the hell are you doing? But it's too late.
I accept your challenge.
Chili said... I forgot her middle name. Swords, then. To the first touch? Well, hey, I think we've already run past that base, if you know what I mean. Kristen. You suggest first blood.
Sorry, what was that?
Very well, you named the terms. I shall name the place as it is customary. Right here, right now. As Gertie is summoned, a swarm of bees engulf her. Oh, pretty sword. Oh, he's got the little rainbow. Oh, that's so cool. As a shield of finely weaved but durable-looking gossamer appears in one hand, while the other reaches out to catch a sword
Stinger,
gleaming.
come to me!
Stinger, I barely know her. Kristen. The Queen of Bees clearly does not fuck around, calling upon your connection to Cassandra. You summon a sword made of scintillating purple starlight. The swarm condensing around Gertie hoists her already impressive height up an extra couple of feet, boosting her attack with an extra sting. Was it annual tradition or something for someone to try and kill the egg fort student body president? I don't understand how Maisie felt last year. And how should you respond? You know, I'll attack. The blade born of the night sky clashes against honey gold steel.
Well met, Miss Applebee's.
The duel is on. Why didn't they actually give Kristen a sword? Come on, artists. I'm kidding. This game is amazing. The duel tears through the bee farm, crashes into the hive in the gardens, kicking up a storm of seeds and nectar. You can hold your own in a fight, thank Cassandra, but let's face it, you're not exactly a duelist. To you, adventuring has always been a team sport. Your eyes dart around the battlefield on instinct, searching for an ally to lend support, protection, or healing. But you can only find Riz, twitching and wincing, a reaction that certainly doesn't inspire any advantage. Gertie, on the other hand, is a one-woman army, or rather, she's one woman who can summon a whole army. Storm shoves you back and sends you crashing into a shelf of jars, bottles, concoctions, tinctures, and honeys. You notice a generously sized jar, recoiling at the sight of the fiendish red hue, devil's honey. No, this red is a little lighter. It's a little thinner, liquid gleaming gold. When you hold it up to the light, you twist the jar from the courteous, and the scent of sour tart apple reminds you for a moment the cobblers your mom used to bake for church fundraisers. But that's not all. It's also the Honeycrisp crumble ice cream you would order at Bazaar's when your party visited. Read annoyed at network. Read annoyed at network. Oh no. It's the Granny Smith strudel Jawbone would make on Sundays to stock the snack covered in murdered manor. Oh my god. Right here. It was that constructed parfait of Macintosh slices, all day whipped cream, and powdered sugar you threw together with a group study day to Seacaster Manor when you were all high on 2 a.m. zoomies. The ADHD runs strong. It's also quite aptly tinted red. The clink of metal draws your attention back to the duel. You whip back to Gertie, bracing for some sort of sneak attack, but she merely stands before you, stinger poised and ready in a textbook perfect fighting stance.
Sweet Cassandra!
Thinking away your exhaustion, you summon your starlight sword once more. I must admit, Madam President, that you make quite the spirited opponent. She checks out your dueling stance from head to toe with a slight detour to your biceps. Is she impressed or is she impressed? This ain't my first rodeo. I see. This is my 6th duel in recent times. 6? In this past year? In this past week? I bet they all had it coming. You mess with the bee, get the sting. Honeybees do not attack unprovoked, only when they perceive to be in danger. In that case, they also release pheromones to alert the others. There's also a misconception that a worker bee can sting only once. It's only that their target's skin is so thick such that the bee cannot dislodge its stinger after the attack without tearing off the entire appendage, that the bee will eventually die from the wound. Oh my gosh, with Gertie sufficiently distracted, you take the opportunity to go for the kill shot. In a truly miraculous feat of dexterity, thanks to Cassandra, you dart forward right up to her face and smear a thumb full of red tinted honey across her cheek.
Motherfucker!
This is funny. Eyes only ellishly wide behind those glasses. She is utterly
Nat
bamboozled.
20!
Held up the jar of apple-infused honey. For the first blood, right? This looks kind of bloodish. And wouldn't you say you pour your blood, sweat, and tears into making these honey? Gertie's shoulders are shaking, her whole body is shaking, jostling the swarm around her. Her face remains impassive, those tears are trickling out of the corner of her eyes, mixing with the sticky red honey. Uh-oh, is this honey cursed or something? Did you just accidentally put her under some sort of shaking spell? Quick, you could counter the effect, unless that'll trigger some sort of failsafe. Maybe you should call Ada and see if she can help you identify the exact curse. But there's not enough time! Well, it's not like you could make things worse. You begin to whisper a quick prayer, but wait. No, Gertie's not crying, honestly, because she'd be... He bursts out laughing, unable to hold it in much longer. Are you good? Are we good? Composing yourself once more, Gertie set Stinger aside. Regarding the conclusion of this duel, however unorthodox it might seem, I consider this business, as well as my previous vow of vengeance, well and settled. In the time it took you to duel her over whether Rish should stay to help, you three probably could have breezed through all of those beekeeping tasks. I disagree. Come again. Our business isn't finished. I mean, I drew first blood to the beak, but I never said what I want if I win. Go on. First, I want to help you clean up this mess. Make the first effort to start organizing the honey jars on the shelf. The bees hiss. You didn't even know bees could hiss, but here they are hissing. Can you calm them down with some soothing? I appreciate your effort, myself, please. Hey, what a nemesis is for? If you're thinking about the next nemesis, are just friends that you haven't killed yet. Actually, don't think about it. X, you say? Post-duel adrenaline fades into soft teasing and gentle ripping as you, Gertie, and Aroace clean up the collateral damage. Nothing is so broken that a simple spell or a bit of double grease can fix, for the most part. A couple of mason jars were smashed during the duel. Empty jars, thank Cassandra. You're not sure if Gertie would be so willing to forgive what you wasted. Well, that happened. It looks like you'll need to make a trip to the town for supplies. I'll come help. Oh, you flex your shoulders. I'll carry the heavy stuff, I promise. Gertie's cheeks go red, but her expression stays passive, quite suspiciously so. Thank you for the offer, myself, please, but I have my own train for supply runs. I make a whole day of it, with dessert at Bazaar's for a final treat. Quite certain I'll be fine on my own. Of course, but if it just happens to see you in town, and happen to save some free time. Gertie's lips twitch. She looks less guarded for sure, but maybe it's still too soon to take an next nemesis for ice cream. Sure, Madam President, if you say so. As you bid your farewells and leave for Fabian's, I Am I mixing my words? I'm so sorry. Fabians, you feel your mind settle, reassured by the fact that you've mended something tonight. Your heart, on the other hand, is this feeling, tingly and floating. I don't want to date Gertie. Fine. Yes. So I heard you hanging with Gertie this week. Heard from who? Doesn't matter. Tell me everything. Not too bad. At least once the duel was over. His eyes widen. You dueled? Yeah, to first blood. And this was good to you? You laugh. No one actually got hurt. I found some reddish honey that kind of looked like blood and smeared some on her cheek. Nice thinking. And then I helped clean up in the duel, and it was nice. Comfortable. Maybe you'll see her soon? I hope so. Xander squeals. I really go to the Emthal Art and Culture Museum. Maybe it's too bright, maybe it's too early. Maybe you should have left Fabian's board game night after he lost the second time and started breaking things. As Eggfort's senior class president, you know better than to miss out on the senior class field trip. You're here for the rest of the bad kids, even Fig, who despite no longer being enrolled at Eggfort, has declared the weekends were her time with her friends. And it was a cold day in hell before she let that get taken away from her. You all sip on Riz's too strong coffee and stand at the back of the large crowd that seems assembled in the museum lobby. You look around to see if anyone ditched. There's the rest of your class. There's Skrank and the AV Club. There's the Rat Grinders. There's Max Durden and Buddy. Oh, Buddy. Even Molman and the Soil Club are here. The Soil Club has 4 members, and one of them is Riz. You even spot some non-Eggport students. You see some Hudog kids and some kids from the local college walk through the front doors and slip into the exhibits. This has got to be the busiest day of the museum scene in a while. Arthur Eggport stands at the center of the room. Vice President Blair Fayetthe at his side and claps his hands. The crowded students go silent. Thank you all for being here. Of course, the other option was attention until you graduate. He chuckles. As I've always said, the best way for an adventurer to learn is for an adventurer to do.
What the fuck, man?
Go forth and wreak havoc upon the museum. The museum, the front desk cuts in. Do not wreak havoc upon the museum. Eggfort sighs. Fine, don't do anything a meddling cantrip couldn't fix. Now fly free.
Blimey.
He disappears in a gust of wind and a puff of smoke, sending museum guides and maps flying everywhere. The worker heaves a sigh and flips off the lobby smoke detector. He does this every year. Oh, excuse me, where do you want to go? Oh! Wait, this is sad. But I mean, Kipper Lily. If I get to pick. You pick off one of the guides off the floor and flip the page on special. You could always come back and look at the museum's standard collections whenever. But what if you miss out on unusual capers of the last century? Oh, Mom took me to that when it opened. It's great. There's a make-your-own snare station and everything. Do people besides rogues ever want to make snares? Rangers, maybe? You two now they're bickering. The exhibit promises an eclectic collection of their artifacts and recreations to delight anyone looking for a bit of mystery in their lives, which sounds right up your alley. The room with the capers exhibit is dark, mostly lit by a display case tastefully scattered throughout the room to encourage exploration of the space. You see a lot of rogues' paraphernalia. The center case has a whole collection of famous thieves' broken lockpicks, painstakingly pieced back together. One wall is covered with scans from various heist planning journals that somehow look wilder than Riz's conspiracy board. There's even a whole corner dedicated to the chemical composition of acids historically used to melt locks off doors. Oh. A real piece de resistance is a display case against the wall about halfway down the room. You walk past everything to stare in awe at the large taxidermied raccoon poses climbing up a tree trunk. It would fit right into the natural history section if not for the dagger strapped around its midsection.
It's you.
Didn't think you were an animal lover, Applebee's. You jump out of your skin as Kimberly practically materializes right behind you. Hello. Ow! You hit my ankle. That hurt. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Don't be silly. Your blood pressure is probably too normal for that to be a valid medical concern. Anyway, move. That's Callum Thornblight's first familiar, and he's a big part of my capstone. You budget over to give Kimberly space to read the placard. On Scout the Raccoon. Kind of an uncreative name. Kimberly purses her lips, clearly agreeing with you, but unwilling to admit to it.
Whatever.
It probably helped him blend in better. Or maybe all raccoon familiars are named Scout because of this Scout. He could be the original Scout.
Okay.
Sure, Kipperlily. Don't fucking belittle me, Applebee's. You shrug as you take a step around Kipperlily. Maybe you can grab something from the snack shack near the front of the museum and see what the rest of your friends are up to. Your leg flies out from underneath you. Fuck. Shit. Oh my god. You finally try to regulate your balance, but end up tripping into a series of rope snares and traps that twist around your body and tie your arms to your sides. How did you get how did those get there? You fall on your face if it weren't for the other series of ropes dragging you backwards by your shoulders. Oh no!
What the fuck, man?
What is happening to me? He stares at you frozen. You watch her gaze dart across your chest and down your body. In any other situation, you'd say something about taking a picture if she wanted to admire you for longer. But now really doesn't feel like the time. You get to groveling. Kimberly, North Star in my sky, my favorite person in the whole world, the light in my darkness, can you please get me the fuck out of here? She can't look away from you. Her shoulders start to heave as she curls in on herself. Confused. Surely this isn't mundane for someone as serious about rogue bullshit as she is. It's not like this is an actual dangerous situation, so she can't be worried. Aw, she's laughing. Kimberly huffs. She does it again. Then her breaths break into quiet cackling that slowly grows in volume until she's practically bent over, gasping for breath. Holy shit, how the fuck did you do that? Very clumsy. Very funny, I know. Can you please help me? You try for a winning smile. Kimberly's too busy laughing at you to notice. Your face! There's a laughing another fit of guilt as she points at you. You sigh, rolling your eyes, but the humor of the situation catches up to you. You can't help but chuckle along with her. Okay. Okay, we made it to week 3. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, black screen. Hello. Okay. If I have to redo things next time, I will check on that. I'm going to end stream there. We made it to week 3. This is a short stream because I just got back and I got food waiting for me. I will see you all next time, which will be tomorrow. I think I believe what is I can word. Daily and I believe we are set up for art stream tomorrow. So that'll be fun. But until then, I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take your meds, drink your water. I will see you all later. Bye bye.